Good morning. It's Monday, October 22nd, 2018. I'm Russell, and this is Rocky Road Devotions, a few minutes of help for today's journey. Our devotion today is entitled, As Long as Life Lasts, and our scriptures from Hebrews chapter 6. When the ground soaks up the falling rain and bears a good crop for the farmer, it has God's blessing. But if a field bears thorns and thistles, it's useless. The farmer will soon condemn that field and burn it. Dear friends, even though we are talking this way, we really don't believe it applies to you. We're confident that you are meant for better things, things that come with salvation. For God is not unjust. He will not forget how hard you have worked for Him and how you have shown your love to Him by caring for other believers, as you still do. Our great desire is that you will keep on loving others as long as life lasts in order to make certain that what you hope for will come true. Then you will not become spiritually dull and indifferent. Instead, you will follow the example of those who are going to inherit God's promises because of their faith and endurance. Sometimes in the mornings when bones and joints creak out their complaints about getting up too early or stiff muscles shout their disapproval over another long night in the bed, when aches and pains call out for their fair share of your attention, like 150% of everything you've got, thoughts turn to asking oneself just why you still push to answer the call. Why not just take it easy? Why not let someone else have it? I always hated when the conversation turned to the obvious age-related topic that, barring life's getting cut short by violence or something like an incurable tumor, we all get old. We lose strength and must depend on others. But, like it or not, I'm there. I'm in the 8th decade of my life, and just thinking about those dozen bushes I bought yesterday to plant in my yard makes my aching back want to call the elder abuse hotline. What was I thinking? And then, thanks to the Apostle Paul, I read something like today's passage in Hebrews early in the morning. Suddenly, though the ache in my back from too many yesterdays is still speaking loudly, it changes from a cry to pull the plug, retire, and live out my days with ease, to a reminder that spiritual dullness and indifference are the weeds that must be addressed if life's race is to be finished well. Paul said it was his greatest desire that his Hebrew brothers and sisters would go on loving others as long as life lasts. That, for me, means there's something much more important to do with this life than take a nap. Now, don't get me wrong, naps are great. In fact, I'm a firm subscriber to the principle and practice that sometimes a good nap can put many of life's difficulties in proper perspective. Naps are calming, they're restorative, and probably as necessary as regular breathing and diet and exercise and prayer. They just aren't the main focus of life. They are an aid in maintaining the real focus, which is helping others as long as life lasts. This is the better things that Paul ascribed to his Hebrew family. He knew that they were destined for a well-deserved reputation of being God's hands of mercy and loving kindness in a very needy world. So, here I am, a cup of coffee and 2 arthritis pain relief tablets later, coming to the end of today's devotion, trying to make sense out of how I can help somebody today. And this is where the choice between a fruitful life's garden or a lot full of weeds and thorns is made. The list of ailments and losses is still there. It's growing every day. So are the opportunities to make a difference loving those God has placed in my pathway. For you today, crop of weeds or fruit, it's a choice every moment of every day as long as life lasts. You chew on that as you hit the rocky road. Have a blessed day.